Hi, families. So I just wanted to go through really quick and show you something that you can do with your students for independent learning time. Just to kind of be clear, independent learning time every day is from 2:30 to 3:30. And during that time, it's a time for students to do extra math. They also need to finish their seesaw assignments from the day and any old seesaw assignments. Sometimes they might also have an extra assignment like some math workbook pages or to work on their writing. If there is no work that they need to finish, then it is independent learning time. And just from reading some of the surveys, I'm finding that some of the kids are just going and playing games. So I've made a couple adjustments, and I also want to show you our extra workroom. So under Clever, there is the extra workroom. And on this extra workroom, I change it each month. So there are some February rooms. So this month it's dental health, Lunar New Year, Black History Month, and football. So if they click on one of these rooms, it's going to take them to a room with books and videos and crafts and drawing things to learn about that topic. They can press the home button to go back. Reading, writing, phonics, math, and the extra workboard are buttons that are always there. And I just kind of wanted to go over these for a minute. The first thing that will happen, no matter what button they click, is it will ask them if they want to work on screen or off screen. If they want to work on screen, it brings them to some websites that they can use online. For example, this is the reading room, and there's a couple of different activities here. The kids also have Clever and Raz Kids in their Clever accounts. They have Epic Books and they have iReady. So it's really important to notice that these are only extra things on top of what's already in their Clever. I did take off PBS Kids because I'm finding a lot of them are just playing the games and not doing different activities. If they want to read off screen, there are just some little fun choices for them to read a book. They can click here and it brings them to an epic calendar. So, for the dates are wrong, but this is February of 2020. So this should not be 2021. So we'll fix this. This is just an example. But for example, on February 4th last year, it said learn how Rosa Parks helped end segregation. So they would have to go on to Epic and find a book about that. Or for the 20th, read a book about a talking pet for Love Your Pet Day. So there's all these different activities that they could do. For writing, there's not a lot of writing to do on screen. So a lot of these games are just typing games. For off screen, there's a lot of different things they can do, little genres of writing. There is a February writing calendar that they can do, and I've told them that I don't care if they do, the 12th day on the 1st or the 8th day on the 30th. Like, it doesn't matter. What I want them to do is look at the prompt and write about that. Phonics. Our phonics program is a little bit different this year. It's the first year that we're piloting it. So there's some different word work and word family sorts here. These are things that we don't necessarily get in the classroom, so it's kind of good for them to do to brush up on their skills. Off screen, I gave them words for the month. So each month there are some themed words and some word wall words just to keep them learning. Math, on-screen math, there's a couple of math games. Even when the students are playing something like Uno or playing a card game or something, they are practicing skills. So, if that's something that you don't want your student doing, that's totally fine to tell them not to. I really recommend Greg Tang Math. He has some really fun games that make them think. Off screen, there's a bunch of different things that they can do with a deck of cards. If you would like a bunch of games that you can do with a deck of cards, please ask me because I have a lot of resources and maybe I will add them to this room as well. The extra workboard is something fun that I do actually when we're in school too. It's an early finisher board. They get to pick if they want to do reading, word work, writing, math, science, or social studies. So these are all the things they have to do. All right, so looking at our schedule one more time, this 2:30 to 3:30 slot is for independent work. They have to do extra math. They have to finish their seesaw. And then if they finish everything, they have some independent work that they can do. Anything that requires a password is under important usernames and passwords. I also want to remind parents that in the resources room are links to the lessons that we're learning about this week. So for example, today in reading, we took our iReady reading test. Here's some of the nonfiction writing, and this is the lesson we did in math. They're not always doing the workbook pages in math because we're doing a lot of them on boards and they're showing me their work. So if you see that we're on lesson 7, you could ask them to go back and do math from previous pages. There's also some resources for writing. If they lose their math book, there's a math book in here that they could print or just work on a whiteboard or something from. There's also some homework helpers for parents in case there was things that you wanted to learn about. Another great thing that I really like in this room is the writing resources. I have resources for writing paper, organizers, anchor charts, checklists, their book template. Right now, if you go into writing paper and you click on the copy, it's going to bring you to the entire packet for nonfiction writing. If you wanted to print that out for your student, this is what we're currently working on, publishing a book in writing. And just in case you were wondering, it is also on Clever. There's iReady in the extra learning room. There's extra math and Zern. There's Raz Kids and Epic. So I just wanted to point this out just to give you a quick reminder. Please let me know if there's anything I can help with.